I just got the most insane surprise. I'm so happy I could cry, honestly. Iranian Kurdistan, it defies everything you know about this country, whether it's food, music, or culture. And in this video, I'm taking you on a 4-day road trip to see some of its most beautiful villages, its mountains, its amazing people, and yes, that famous Nowruz ceremony.
Welcome to Kurdistan!
Welcome to day 1 of the road trip around Iranian Kurdistan. I'm standing at a random spot and my god, this place is beautiful. So we left in the morning from Sanandaj and the road has been so beautiful and increasingly becoming more and more beautiful with all these gorgeous snow-clad mountains. We made a quick stop at a village called Negal, which means new flower. So the story goes, there was a shepherd who went into the mountains and found these red beautiful flowers in the middle of winter, and he went close to it. He found a box which had a Quran from the 1st century of Islam. It was sent by my namesake, the 3rd Caliph Osman. So we made a quick stop there before heading on the way, and we were just standing at a random spot waiting for our Kurdish pizza. I mean, look at this place. It is so beautiful and I am actually hungry. Let's go eat some Kurdish pizza. The Kurdish pizza is called Klane and it has tons of herbs which are perfect for spring season. And Doogh is the national dish, but this one has wild pistachios in it. What a disaster today has been. Here's how the story goes. So after Klane and Doogh, we were on the way again. I mean, the road was really beautiful. We made one more stop before we got to this really beautiful point with this gorgeous mountain in the background and the waterfalls just gushing down. I think it was the most beautiful point I saw the whole day today. And then we stopped at another village. Both those places were really gorgeous. I mean, the mountains, the snow, everything was absolutely stunning, and the weather was not too bad actually. It was getting better. It was at one point actually quite sunny, so I was really happy, and things were getting better until we got to the pass. It's called Zalan Pass, and you have to basically cross over to get to the other side for Oraman. And it was again a stunning place, I mean, with lots of snow, but mind-blowingly beautiful. And then it started to hail, like properly hail, like, you know, hard. So yeah, we started coming down on the other side to Oraman, and it started to get more and more wet, and it keeps getting wetter. We planned to go to Zalan today to see the Nowruz ceremony. I planned my entire trip around this, and it rained so much that they cancelled the whole ceremony, and that fell on me like a ton of bricks. So we're back in Hawraman. They're lighting a fire. Let's see what this village looks like after dark. If you're wondering what Nowruz is, it's the Iranian New Year, celebrated on the spring equinox, and it's been around for more than 3,000 years. And it represents the rebirth of nature, and that can be seen in Haft Scene, or 7 scenes. Every Persian household sets this table, and you can see on your screen what the 7 scenes mean. Nowruz Persian Bekhair. Happy Persian New Year to everyone. Well, I woke up this morning and things have improved quite a lot, I would say. It's not raining anymore, even though it's cloudy and gorgeous AF. So I looked out of my window and I saw the best New Year surprise. I got a rainbow. Well, I'm happy with that. It just massively improved my mood. So this is the village of Oraman or Hawraman. The Iranians call it Oraman. The locals call it Hawraman. And the name means the place to get together. And it is a stunner. So we have 3 goals for today. First, to see this beautiful village. 2, to go back to Balveh and Zalan. And 3rd, we have to go to Mariwan for that beautiful lake. By the way, before coming here, usually ask my guides, etc. for itinerary. I did not this time because I just wanted to be surprised. So the way you're looking at things, so am I. I didn't gather much information, but it is so worth it. I will introduce you to my guide. He's almost here. Let's go. Let's go to this beautiful place. Let's go explore this beautiful place. Yay! Look, the sun has come out. There are multiple viewpoints. You can take amazing photos of the entire village of Oraman. But let's talk about the windows. Why are they green and blue? So there's 2 theories. One, they are sacred colors. While the blue is sky, and that gives us water, and green is the ground, that gives us food. The other theory is that it actually helps prevent all these insects flying in, especially during the summer. Walking around the village is such a nice experience. You get to experience their day-to-day life, but the most amazing thing is how incredibly nice, kind and hospitable these people are. The name of the dress is Kuapantol for men. For women, there is no specific name. So for men, they wear these trousers because they have to work in fields, up and down the mountains. It's really comfortable. But they have a shawl, which is a scarf in the middle, and that is to protect your kidneys. The scarf on your head protects your sinuses. And this specific jacket is called Farangi. Well, this is made entirely of wool. It's used both in summer and in winter. And the ears you see, they're actually called ears. Well, they are to keep your weapons stable when you're going up and down the mountains. And this is the central square of the entire village. Very lively. Ooh. We have left Oraman and come back to check this delicious village of Balveh. To get here, you need to come through Balveh Road, which is stunning. It's all zigzag and it is stunningly beautiful. I mean, it reminds me actually of Transfiguration Highway in Romania. And there's another beautiful village in Tajikistan. Well, no one knows about that one. But if you want to check out, the link for the video is above. So this village is known for its pomegranates. They are really delicious, and that's why I called it delicious. And if you check here, there's a gorgeous river that flows through this amazing village, and that's what we saw actually. So let's go check it out again. Oh, but before we go, why do they make villages like these? Well, there's an obvious answer, the lack of space. So it's slanting, it's easier to do this. But there's a deeper reason, and that is a sense of community. So one person's rooftop is another person's yard, and that brings you closer. So in winter, when the weather is really harsh, what people do is they choose one person's house. They go there, men play games, women weave carpets, whatever. The winters here are really harsh, and you cannot do a lot, for about 3-4 months a year. It's like heavy snow. And I find that really beautiful. Let's go to the village now. We are in Balveh. Look at that. 2 waterfalls emptying into this. So you can see this big stream on the way in the zigzag road. That's emptying into the Sirvan river, which you will see in the next village. Oh my God, look at this. So the village is not just famous for its pomegranate. They also have amazing dried fruits. Even the Iranians love taking dried fruits from here. I especially love the mulberry and the fig. They are incredible. This is the last village on this side of Kurdistan, and even if you don't come for the village, come for the way. It is so beautiful with these winding roads and beautiful valleys on both sides, and you see all this water in the middle. It is stunning. So this is the last village. It's called Galin, and the river you see here is called Sirvan. So all that water from the mountain empties into this. It has this very Doogh Valley, Portugal vibe. The link for the video is above. It is beautiful because they have these terraces, and they cultivate wheat here, by the way. Life here is pretty hard. It's not just, this romantic idea of this beautiful place you visit. People have to go up in the mountains, get their sheep, all of this food. In the summer and in winter, it is really hard to find it. But look at that. Look how beautiful they've made the entire place. So we're gonna start heading to Mariwan. On the way to Mariwan, and I'm just stopping at Zalan Pass, not just to show you the stunning beauty of this place. So when I was coming here yesterday, I noticed a big pile of orange bags. I thought it was blood splattered, but those are just bags. So what happens is, because there's a lot of import duty, this is a good place for smuggling, because right behind these mountains on the other side is the Iraqi Kurdistan, where things are much cheaper, especially alcohol, which is not allowed here. Because of high unemployment and poverty, a lot of people take the risk for smuggling, so they go all the way up, go down, buy stuff, and then carry it again all the way. We have trucks here who help them with smuggling. Now, the craziest thing I heard is a refrigerator. Imagine carrying a refrigerator all the way up and then down, just for $30 a day, and this does not stop in the winter, by the way. Oh my God, this is insane. Well, let's continue to Mariwan. Welcome to Mariwan. So when we left from the pass, it actually started to hail pretty badly, and by the time we got down all the way, it was starting to rain cats and dogs, which continued all the way to Mariwan. But luckily when we got to Mariwan, it stopped for a little bit, And in that time, I went to the lake. I had this gorgeous view, just around the sunset. So got a couple of glimmers of light. It was beautiful. Also with the gorgeous, snow-clad mountains. So yeah, here I am. It's been another cold, wet day. A lot better than yesterday though. So I'm really happy. Tomorrow is even better, hopefully. Yeah, let's find out. So I'll get some rest, and tomorrow I will tell you a little bit more about Mariwan and the lake. See you in the morning. Good morning from Mariwan. It looks like spring is finally here. You can see a bit of sky, which is a huge improvement from yesterday. So I'm really, really happy about that. And I saw a bit of sun earlier as well. Finger crossed we get to see a bit more of it. So there's not much to do in the town itself. I mean, it's a pretty normal day-to-day, existence, nothing special. But people come here for this. This is Lake Zariwar, and Zariwar means lake in Kurdish. This is the biggest freshwater lake in all of Iran. And interestingly, there are no rivers that empty into it, only water from the mountains and the water from the springs underneath. I've come right above, so we could have a good panoramic view. If you want, you can actually do a boat ride on the lake as well. I'm gonna skip that because we are actually going on the other side of the lake. There's a beautiful village. We are gonna go check it out. Enjoy the view while we get there. We are on the other side of the lake in the village of Taratfe, and you not only get a really stunning view of the entire lake, you also get to meet some local residents. I'm talking about storks. Storks are considered a sign of good luck, and someone saw a few struggling on the lake in the cold. Well, they come here in the spring to breed, and they made a nest for them. So over time, they built more and more of them have been coming. And there are so many in the village now, and they're actually quite, and they're not shy at all. They're quite friendly. Actually saw two of them make sexy time as well. But don't get too close because the villagers are really protective. This was such a nice surprise. Well, don't miss it when you come here. They are so cool. I've never been this close to storks before, and I can honestly look at them all day without getting bored. But we have to go because we are going to the famous village of Palangan. Apparently the road is really beautiful as well. Let's see how true that is. I just got the most insane surprise. I'm so happy I could cry, honestly. So remember, I told you because in Ramadan, a lot of villages did this ceremony before. Well, not this one. And we happened to just pass by. Everyone was dressed up so nicely, so we went down to check, and this is the village. But the most insane view, it's just crazy, crazy beautiful. But then the ceremony started, and my God, it was everything that you could think of. So the types of dances they do are Kurdish, Sijor, and Orami. So men dance, then women dance, and men dance, and then women. And then they light a fire to, celebrate burning the last year, bringing the new one in. And then it's basically free reign. Everyone dances, and it is insane. I'm gonna start making my way to Palangan, enjoy the ceremony. It lasted about 4 hours, and this is the first time in a long time that I didn't think about food at all. It was insane. Enjoy it. I'll see you in Palangan tomorrow. What a beautiful day. This is exactly why I came to Kurdistan for Nowruz. To make this even better, I am taking you to the most famous village in Iranian Kurdistan. Good morning from Palangan. I slept so incredibly well. I woke up in such a good mood, I can still hear the music, by the way. It is really nice and catchy. And I was thinking to myself last night, you don't need drugs and booze and all of this to have a great time. And this is a good proof of that. So I'm sitting here with my breakfast, Klane and Doogh. And we're gonna finish this and then we go explore the village. Here we are on the other side of the river. Look at that. Is a stunning place. So while it was famous like back in the day, but only with Kurdish people, someone took a really nice photo. National Geographic posted it, and ever since it's become like this place that a lot of people come to internationally and within Iran. And the locals kind of love and hate it. Love it because they're getting the money, and hate it because how it's changing the entire landscape. One other tip I will give you is not to romanticize it too much, because it's still a village. There will be sheep, there will be cow dung, there will be, cockatoos, really early in the morning. It's still a village. Treat it like that. Expect some smells, expect some sights, and that's the fun of it. So let's continue. At the end of the village, there's a canyon, and we are going for a mini hike to see some waterfalls, to pass by this beautiful river that's going with us, and a lot of beautiful blooms. So many different colors. Alright guys, time to introduce you to the hero of this entire trip who made all of this possible and kept me entertained, even when it was all raining and bad. But we had a great time. This is Shaheen, my guide, my buddy. And over to you.
Hello, my name is Shaheen from Kurdistan. If you want to come explore, my details are below.
Yep, check the link.
Thank you.
To do a road trip around Kurdistan with Shaheen, reach out to me. The link is on your screen. I run a company that focuses on authentic experiences just like this one. We are on our way to check out our last village, the non-touristy one. This is called Galin, and on the way, look at that. This is why you love Kurdistan. There are so many beautiful villages like these. By the way, the road is quite narrow, and my favorite part are these mountains. Oh, why is this place so beautiful? Hello from Galin, and before I show you the village, here's everything you need to know about Sanandaj, which is the largest city in Kurdistan, Iranian Kurdistan. Sanandaj is the capital of Kurdistan and its largest city, and I brought you to Abedar National Park on its top to show you the entire view of this gorgeous city, which is also called the City of Hills. It's really windy. I'll tell you more when we get to our second spot. Enjoy the view. Our second spot is the Khusraobad Mansion, and you can tell, Kurdish people are now one for luxury. They don't want huge palaces and mansions. It's all about beautiful mountains and those gorgeous views in the villages for them. Even this was built for Shah Abbas I. So it's a nice place to come, especially on a day like today when the sun is out and you can see, people out and about. But it's a rather simple place. There's no grand architecture here. I mean, that's generally the theme in all of Kurdistan. But I really like this place, it's beautiful. By the way, the name of the city is called Sna, and that's like the loving name the locals gave it. The origins of the name come from castle, that's Daj, and then Sn, which is eagle or falcon. So this is the falcon's castle, because in the old times there used to be a castle in the middle, and then everything was basically around that. Enjoy the view, have fun, and then we are going to our third and last stop. Our last spot is the Jame Mosque or Darul Ehsan Mosque in Sanandaj. Now, I kept this for the last because it is the most decorated building in the whole city and it is quite an interesting one. So, one thing, if you've been watching my videos, yellow tiles mean which dynasty? You'll have to watch the videos to find out, but this is beautifully decorated, and the courtyard especially is my favorite part because it is blossoming right now and looks extra special. Well, and all of this decoration outside makes you think that the hall would be even grander, but if you go inside, it's actually really simple. I was quite surprised as well. Well, have a look around. I certainly kept the best for the last, and just like this, I also kept the best village for the last. Let's go check out Galin after this. But Kurdistan is more about its nature, its beautiful villages that offer incredible views. So I would definitely recommend spending as little time in cities as possible and as much time out in nature as you can. So it is a beautiful village. It's not touristy at all. It's just people, living their day-to-day life, coming up and down, saying hello to you. And what I also love is that it has water just gushing down from so many different sides. I absolutely love that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Hunza Valley in Pakistan. If you haven't seen that, the link is above. The blooms also make it like much more like Hunza. It is really beautiful. I mean, I would love to come back here in winter and spend a bit more time here, just live here, for a week or so and just take it all in, especially that view of the mountains. I just don't have the words, I always feel like, people are these big artists, but, nature is the best creator. And the views they gave us is just, wow. Yeah, enjoy the view. I am gobsmacked. Well, that's all from the Iranian Kurdistan. I really hope you enjoyed this road trip with me. Here's the last interesting fact for you before I let you go. Kurdish people have never attacked anyone in history. They've always defended themselves. And that's such an amazing feeling because you come here and you find nothing but love.